¿No?
Estoy usando mi bandwidth.
Ah, sí es cierto, porque estás bajando cosas, ¿no?
Y estoy bajando como 100 gigas a la vez.
¿Ahorita también? ¿Ahorita
Todo el
también
live,
o?
todo el live, sí.
Ah, ok, ok.
O sea,
Entonces
desde
ya.
que empezamos, desde la noche pasada.
¿A poco?
Sí, no mames.
Wow.
Es que de repente si me borran, quería tener todo.
Bien, eso es una gran idea. Ok, entonces ya está esto.
Estoy peinada, no importa que se cayó mi liga. Oh, Kai, what are you doing? Huh?
No, no, no.
You
¿Qué?
love me and I know.
Es que encontré esa canción como entre reggae y funk. Puta, qué rolón. Sí, como entre reggae y funk. Technology for Life. Ok, va, entonces ya nada más para ponernos de acuerdo, vamos a hablar de, em, vamos a hablar de why you, why now, and why doTERRA as a technology for life.
Got it.
Ok, ok, super. So ya estoy grabando
¿Y mi
aquí. Ahora vamos a...
testimonio?
Sí, yo te voy a ir entrevistando. O sea, bueno, sí, exacto, tu testimonio, que compartas lo que tú quieras compartir de los aceites en vivo en
Y
Facebook.
los tengo.
Compartir en su línea de tiempo, ok. A ver, voy a ver si ya está mal. Creo que ya estamos.
Ya estamos transmitiendo.
No sé, ya le puse conectar en vivo, pero no me hace nada. No, porque no ha salido aquí la... No estamos en vivo. No. ¿Qué pasa?
Tu FB, use.
Sí, pero no, todavía no me deja. A ver, voy a volverle a poner transmitir en vivo porque no me dejó. Si es que le pongo conectarme en vivo. Ahí va, sí, ahí está, ahora sí.
Y ya está.
Ya. Hola a todos. Hi, everyone. Dear tribe. Today we will going to transmit in English and we will talk about why now, why doTERRA, and why you need to know about this important technology. Welcome, everyone, to our second episode of Technology for Life, where we share a lot of things about the doTERRA essential oils technology and how you can integrate it in your life as a great investment so that you can eliminate pretty much a lot of frauds in your life. So today I have a very special guest. Mallika is with here. She's a very, a great woman, and a dearest friend. She's my sister also, like my inner circle, my closest family. And she's one of the persons that I always ask for wisdom when I don't know where to go. So Mallika, welcome. Thank you. How are you?
Hey, thank you for having me, Yusuf. And that's very sweet what you just said. I'm so glad to hear you hold me in high regard. And I hold you the same way as family. So
Thank you,
thank you for
Mali.
having me here. And I've been on this doTERRA journey with you for about 2 years now. And yeah, so now I have more testimonies under my belt to share with people. In the beginning, I remember I was just watching yesterday one of my first testimonial videos that I was trying to make, and I could see, you know, I wasn't really secure, or I really didn't believe in my message. But now I've had enough time to try and love or hate the oils, and I'm here to share with you my honest testimonial today. So thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. And I'm very happy because I'm starting this episode or series in English, because now I found that there's a lot of people in my inner circle, or my closest circle, that they speak in English. So I was just thinking, like, you know, I've been thinking about doing this in English, but now I'm just going to do it because I believe this information can also help a lot of people. So thank you, Mallika, for being here today. So today, guys, we're going to share with you in our own points of view, why ourselves. I mean, and talking about ourselves is like, why you if you are an entrepreneur and a man or woman that is fighting or has challenges in their health. I think with this technology you can pretty much solve a lot of this stuff. So we will share like why you, and we will talk about also why doTERRA, why this company, why we are promoting these essential oils as the, for me, the best technology in for healing that I've ever met. And also why now, why in this moment. The year is ending, crazy times going on there, you know. I will try to talk as much compliance I can, because it's Facebook, so we don't know. But I think the world is just going crazy, and a lot of people needs about this information. So I just want to start, Mallika, by saying why you. I mean, I was in a point of my life where I was with a lot of health challenges. I couldn't find any solution or technology, as I call them, to really fix all the challenges that I have. And most of you know my story, and you know that I have I got diagnosed with chronic insomnia. So I think I was very desperate, and with a lot of secondary effects about the medicines that I was taking, and a lot of bad results in my life. Like pretty much I didn't have plans, and I didn't have like the willing of going, you know. I wasn't inspired anymore. I used to procrastinate a lot, and, you know, to blame people. So, you know, as an entrepreneur,
Like a
I
good
think that,
sorry.
yeah, no, exactly, you're right. So as an entrepreneur and as an investor also, I'm really thankful about one friend that told me about this 12 years ago, because I really started to invest at least this focus of my healing and this money in products that really started to change, to do big changes in myself. So if you are in a position now where you may need some alternatives, not just to feel better on your health, but also to feel better on your finances, and, you know, maybe also join to Mallika and I in this bigger mission that we adopted as, you know, sharing these oils to promote more healing, and for, you know, we want people to be not dependent on pharmaceutical things, and just, you know, don't be don't be sick and don't have diseases, right? So I think that's why this is very important. There's a lot of people out there with health challenges that they have tried a lot of things, a lot of stuff, and maybe it doesn't work. And I think, and I also believe that there are also frauds in technologies, you know. As I mean, the biggest technology with the biggest fraud is the financial system, right? But there are also a lot of failures there. So I used to invest a lot of money in fraudulent things, like, you know, Ponzi schemes and all that stuff. But talking about health, I think that is a place where I was the worst investor in my life, because I had an ambulance mind. So I used to just go to the doctor for anything, right? And taking pills for everything. And even though they work for a while, the side effects just manifested years ago, like as a compound effect, right? So I was put in on a place where I didn't have any choice. I was super dependent on sleeping pills and with bad habits and bad health, and I can't sleep and stress and all that stuff. So for me, finding these essential oils and this technology, for me, was the difference. It was like the thing that literally bring me back to life, because I almost died literally after a financial fraud and this addiction to sleeping pills and all the stuff, divorce and all that stuff. I almost died. But I'm very thankful for just believing in these tools and passing my thoughts from I don't believe I can heal this to I'm crazy if I not try to heal with this. So Mallika, welcome. Tell us a little bit why you, how did you find essential oils?
So, thank you for sharing your story. And even though I've heard it, I thank you for sharing it once again. Each time, certainly a different aspect is revealed. And the point here is we want people to learn from example and to get their life on track, right? So my history with essential oils goes back to 2015, 2014, when I first started making my own deodorant, lotion, stuff like that. Shampoo was still a hard one all these years later, but I was looking for alternatives and I was looking to get the purest, most natural products available. And I didn't want chemicals leaching into my skin. And I found out about doTERRA maybe a year later, but it was too expensive in my opinion at that time, So I just I didn't think much about it. I kept using my essential oils from the supermarket or whatever, wherever you would find them at a lower price. But I would always I would always hesitate to use it in everything because I wasn't sure of the purity. So I would use it in laundry detergent and dish soap, and in lotion, I was a little bit, like, oh, maybe I don't want to use that much. So I was always weary about it. And then doTERRA came back into my life with you in 2020. And the whole, for me, the revolutionary idea was that I could drink these oils, and the smell of like things like frankincense and jasmine, it was almost authentic to what I remember from my childhood in India. So those were the two things that struck me. And I was really excited to start ingesting them, and that they had such a high grade of purity. I didn't mind just having them around to use, like to smell, so on and so forth, to share and to use in cooking. So yeah, that's my and the purity, obviously the purity that I can just drink it. I can take my lemon essential oil with me and drink it. Another thing that I took from you, Yusuf, is like the filling up of a thermos with hot water, tea, and then adding oils to it. Yeah. So that's something I really love, especially while traveling, to have my essential oils with me so that I'm not tempted to go and, get something at the gas station and things like that. So yeah, that's my journey with the oils, more or less.
Nice. Thank you for sharing. And I was like thinking about something you said, like before, like some years ago, you thought that doTERRA was expensive. What made you think that, and why did you change your mind?
Hi. It's my lunchtime. Sorry, Yusuf.
Good,
So
good. I always do the same.
the thank you. I just looked it up online. I looked at the price online. I was like, oh no, this is too expensive. Then I went and looked up the knockoff, the off-brand people that were making like Serenity blend, but cheap and things like that. And so I bought it from them. But I
Okay.
never knew there was a loyalty rewards program. The friend that told me about it never told me about that. I didn't know about like buying in bulk. Buying in bulk every month. If I do the right, if I spend around $200, then I can get each product at around $20, which is really quite cheap for me, because of all the things I'm using in it as well, and in my food and my drinks. So it's as an ailment remedy, as a calming agent. It's just I have so many oils now that I use for so many different things. And I evolved as a person as well. I must mention that. Like in the beginning, when I first came into contact, I didn't mind so much using cheap things of low quality, just to get like a cheap, I used to pride myself on getting the best, the cheapest, bueno, bonito y barato, like looks nice as it's cheap and it's good. So I didn't mind if it wasn't good as long as it was cheap and it looked good. I evolved
Yes.
as a person to want to have more quality in my life. I'd rather
Oh,
not spend on a coffee shop every day and instead have my essential oils, or I've made some trade-offs.
that's awesome. That's awesome. And you know what? It's amazing because when I met you, I've always had you like since the first time we went to your restaurant, and I saw the way you talk and the way you know about plants, that you were like an authority in this world. And I was so nervous because like, how am I going to share my essential oils with this girl that knows a lot of Ayurveda, and that actually that was something that clicked with you, right? Because there are some of the plants that are also used in Ayurveda. But yeah, for me it was like, oh my god, I need to know a lot of stuff, or but something like that. But it wasn't like that, right? It was more like you really like this oil since the first time you used them, and where when you smell them, because the this technology is different as the other ones I've ever tried. Actually, now Walmart does essential oils and all this stuff. So um, this is very important because um, it is a plant that is a powerful plant that has very powerful properties. I mean, it has this volatile chemical compounds, and some of them are called terpenes or monoterpenes, and there are more than 200. But I just want to say that this is very special because for someone that knows from Ayurveda or the plants or aromatherapy or all these type of holistic healers that uses plants, aromatical plants, when they smell the doTERRA essential oils, they see that there is a difference. So tell us something about that difference, that as you as a healer, as also a person that
I
helps
still
other
have
people
it.
to heal.
The one that convinced me, I still have it. Let me see. It's a small bottle. I'm only gonna use it when I buy the new jasmine, because I just love the smell. So you gave me this little bit sample of jasmine absolute.
Yes.
And I had bought, I was selling my essential oils from India in the restaurant at that time. So I had a jasmine oil from India, and the yoga people, they loved it because 150 pesos, what is that, $15? It's nice for them, $20. You can get a jasmine oil, but I just gotta smell it. I wish I could share the smell. It's just, this is the
Yeah.
smell of jasmine when you pick it in the morning, And I was the one with my grandma would send me to pick flowers
Mm.
for the altar in the morning. Early morning when the flowers are just blooming. This is the smell of jasmine. And I myself, I was ashamed of the essential oil I had there because it smelled like a perfume to me after this, and I was selling that jasmine oil in my restaurant. I think I said in front of someone, I was like, guys, like this doesn't compare to this. One day when we were talking about doTERRA, you're like, it's okay, Mallika, you don't have to say bad things. I'm like, no, I'm honest. It smells like a perfume, and it smells like it's been cut with alcohol. Then I remembered, because you were obviously telling me about the co-impact sourcing and the ethics of the company. I remember in India when I was buying that oil, it was just ridiculous. Like they were so secretive. They didn't want you to know where it was coming from, where it was like being processed, who was making it. And the guy, you know, he had his, it was like the guy who was selling the oils, he was like doing a sort of a show, you know, like he's the
Yeah.
oil guy. And basically it's the shop full of essential oils and you have no idea where they're coming from. He's not going to tell you, I tried, you know, I tried getting the information. But they don't want you because they think you're going to steal or whatever. You're going to have a competition with them, or you might go and get it from the supplier for a lower price. So it's cutthroat. And that's why it needs to be cut with those perfumey chemicals, you know. So yeah, this is the converter, Jasmine, but it's an expensive one. It's 150. So I'm waiting, I'm saving to get my jasmine oil.
Yeah, it's amazing the story you say, because when you smell this type of products and you have these memories like the one you have, actually, Mallika, this essential oil is distilled in the morning. I mean, the flowers are harvested in the morning, and they the process has to be very, very fast because the essential oil can die easily after cutting them. So it's a beautiful process. We will talk about that in the second part on why doTERRA, but like closing this first section of why you, why us. I mean, why do we pick this choice for healing? At least in my case, was because I was desperate of bad results with medicine, and because I went to crazy addictions of sleeping pills, and without healing my insomnia process. So I went literally into a point where I almost, I mean, I was very sick with a lot of, I will show the picture also. I can do it. We are in Zoom.
Please.
So
yeah.
I will share with you my picture where I found that I was very toxic and that I really needed something, because something was just bad in my body. I mean, I hope that you can see here now. This is me. This is Ahmed. This is my Ahmed is my other name. My name is Ahmed Youssef. So when I want to refer my duality, the dark one, this is the one. This is Ahmed, the toxic businessman, because you know.
That's
Yeah.
hard for me to like him.
No, it's good. It's good. You must hate him because it's a duality. You know, you can't love this guy. You must hate him. So you know. So I was a very bad investor back on those days, because I used to put my money on these medicines that were causing me this. I mean, the first stage was this. My face was like, you know, with air. I had these crazy things on my eyes, like my eyes went like into the inside and something just popped out, and my skin was like a zombie. And then these small pops in my skin, like itchy pops. And but the crazy things about this is that my throat just I get without of air, and I needed to run to the hospital. So this is why, I mean, I was toxic. I was using medicine with secondary effects. I was feeling bad and bad and bad and bad and bad and bad and bad every time. And also, you know, I ate very bad food, and I used to drink alcohol and cigarettes, and you know, parties. So yeah, I was like very hinchado. How do you say hinchado in English, Mali? I was very swollen. Yeah, I was very swollen. Yeah, it was like, if you can see my face now, you can see that I don't have this type of swollen, you know. So this is why, guys. This is why we are doing this, Mallika and I, because we know that there are more people out there that really needs this type of solutions, because they are having secondary effects. But the most crazy thing is that I was losing my money. I was putting my money on the incorrect place, because the source, I mean, not the source, the destiny of where I put those money buying those medicines is the worst. But also I was losing more money because I needed to drop the medicines after a while of time, so I need to buy them again. And then the secondary effects, and it wasn't the insomnia anymore. Now there was migraine and the stomach ache and bad thoughts. And I mean, it's not a surprise that a lot of people that invest their money in this type of technologies, they end up you know, just ending up the game of life, because you end up by having very bad thoughts and bad things. So that's why I'm doing this. So why you, Mallika? Why you think people need to know about this?
Okay. Well, number one, because I'm like you, I've come to realize that I would rather have natural solutions that target the problem rather than chemicals that will simply just pacify the symptom for a while.
Totally.
And of course, you know, my background is in Ayurveda, which deals with a lot of medicinal plants. Is a majority of, I couldn't say majority, but a grand portion of it. And it's the ancient Indian science of healing, wellness, and well-being. And it's both a science and an art, really, from today's perspective. And it's heavily based on medicinal plants. And the reason I'm using the oils is it seems like a modern way to incorporate Ayurveda into my life. You know, take the oils with me, and it makes it really highly portable. I mean, jasmine flowers are not portable and they're perishable, but I can have them in a bottle with me, you know, and I can have that smell that which is a sort of a therapeutic thing. But in other, you know, in other occasions, I can have, like, I just used this on my food, Yusuf. So this is the Mexican blend. So it's a
Nice.
blend of cumin, coriander, marjoram, anise, I think. No, avocado oil, lime oil, cumin, black pepper, cilantro, and marjoram. So, you know, I don't have to use like the crappy seasonings or the salt, the seasoned salt at the restaurants or wherever. You know, it's really portable for me to take this with me on the go, and I am on the go a lot. So I can be healthy on the go without having to compromise. And you know me, you know, I like to take my food around, and this is like a highly compact way for me to take food and nutrition around. And would this be a good time to share my testimony?
Please go ahead.
So I have a testimony with something really simple. This comes in the intro kit. It's a lavender oil. And my thing is, I'm not very good at drinking water. I'm really pushing myself. But for most people, you know, most problems like inflammation, acne, things like that will come about when you don't have enough water going into your system, not enough hydration. You might have trouble digesting and things. So one of the ways for me that I react with stress and not enough hydration is I break out in cystic acne. And I had been using clay on it, bentonite clay with apple cider vinegar, which gave me some results. Like it would suck out the pus or the whatever was making it inflamed. But I don't know, it just stopped working all of a sudden. Like it's something that was working for me quite well. I think they changed the formula and it stopped working. And then I had this acne thing happen again, you know, and it's all very curiously, like my self-esteem will go down. So it started happening again earlier this year, January, February, March. And I didn't even want to go out in public, you know, to show my face. And at this point, I'm like, oh, wow, you still feel that way? Yeah, I still feel insecure sometimes. So my thing was like, it felt like the infection, you know, when you have a pimple and it bursts or you break it, then the infection goes from one to another, and soon the whole face can be ruined. So what I started doing based on your advice is I didn't use a carrier oil. I know you recommended a carrier oil. I'm sorry I didn't use it, but I love just using just the lavender plain on my face. So I would take a few drops with a dropper and drop it on the key tension areas, the stressed areas like the cheeks. It was the cheeks for me, basically. Sometimes in other cases I've seen people, it'll just be the T-zone. So it'll act up, or maybe the jawline. So I just put lavender oil in the night. In the morning, I would wake up with a visible reduction in swelling and redness. And then with continued use, it just started disappearing. So I didn't just use this. I upgraded my skincare routine. I exfoliate my skin. I hydrate more. You know, I use hydrating serums that are water-based. Again, all natural. I've been learning how to make it at home. and I ordered the raw materials online, but I still put lavender on my face after my night cream and everything. I still put it on my face every day, and it really helps to control the breakout, but the infection really, it really roots out the infection and prevents it from going from one place to another, you know, and then it's just eventually your whole face is aching, red, and swollen. So that's my testimony with lavender. And then when I met you, Yusuf, I was, you know, again, like with all my Ayurveda and everything, I was still looking for some natural solutions to help me with pain relief. And you introduced me to CBD oil and Deep Blue. At that time, Deep Blue wasn't available in this format, but this has just really changed my life with regards to pain management, joint pain, any kind of back pain, neck pain. You know, I really needed something. I was struggling. And when I met you, I was on my feet all the time as well. You know, by the end of the day, everything was just throbbing and aching. So especially my feet. So this is a pain relief balm that doTERRA has come out with. But the principal components are copaiba and Deep Blue. And Deep Blue has that blue tansy oil, which is great for pain relief and healing. So the CBD oil that you gave me and this balm is really what have helped me with the pain management. However, I know we're not buying that CBD oil anymore because you said the hemp wasn't good, or it didn't come from, it wasn't ethical in some way. So I think you stopped buying it or something, Yusuf.
Yeah.
I haven't found an equal to it. I tried Ojai CBD, OJAI. Please never try it. Oh my God, I wasted money. So it's like advertised to be fast acting and all that. And I almost had the whole bottle and I didn't feel anything, you know. So anyway, I didn't feel as relaxed as I used to. And I've had good CBD oils that I felt relaxed with. But this pain relief balm, you know, it really targets the pain areas and gives you relief so you can relax, go to sleep, you know, take your rest, whatever. It's not going to solve the root of the issue. That's probably a muscle tension from prolonged sitting in a certain posture. You know, you're going to have to stretch that out. I recommend a decompression table or something like that for that. But for pain relief, this is really, I remember you and I were trying to find something for my pain relief, and we did a hit or miss sometimes. And this Deep Blue stick is really what did it for me. So those are my two testimonies on why I incorporated doTERRA into my already, like I was already, like you're coming from a place that you were very into chemicals. I was already in a natural place. Yeah. But I had to refine. And in my refinement, I discovered doTERRA. And I'm really glad that I did, because it, you know, it's shown you two ways in which it has changed my life.
Wow, thank you. Thank you, Mali. I love to hear that. And you say something amazing. You said, I have a modern way of having Ayurveda with me, of having Ayurveda in my hands with me, something like that. I will, but yeah. That was awesome. Thank you. That resonates with me a lot, and I love it. And what you said about, thank you for sharing also about your two testimonials. Thank you for, you know, just showing us you are, and, you know, just sharing your problems and how you fix them. And yes, I just want to put something in the copaiba thing. I believe this, the stick you have, I think it worked more than the CBD because of the copaiba essential oil, right? And I just want to say to our viewers that the main difference between CBD and copaiba, it's, I mean, there are a lot of differences, but I think there are big ones. The first one is the price. The price is way too short comparing with this CBD thing. Also, the doses. Copaiba essential oils don't require dose because the phytocannabinoid that this essential oil has is considered endogen. So it's the same as the one that we produce in our brains. So that's also another thing of safe, because you don't need doses. You just drink it. You can take 1 drop or 20 and it will do the same. So that is amazing. And the other thing is that high doses of CBD can slow you down a lot. Like they can make you sleep for hours. And the good thing about copaiba, it depends on how you feel and how you are and what is your mood, because it is also a homeostasis trigger. So It doesn't matter what happens on your life. If you take it, it will bring you to this homeostasis process where your cells will be okay, your thoughts will be okay. So I just want to add that point to the Copaiba because it's amazing. And yeah, we dropped the other CBD because of illegal practices on their business model. So we don't like that. Yeah. Yeah. So it was some crazy thing there. But the product was very good. But also, yeah, the sourcing, the hemp wasn't like it was creating on monocultives and big ones and all that stuff. So when I found that, I mean, it was a very good product, but it's something missing in the sourcing. The sourcing is the most important thing. So that's it. Okay, so thank you for that. Let's go to the second part, and it's why doTERRA? Why not other companies? And I just want to apologize in advance if I just brag a little bit, you know, because I love doTERRA, and when I love something, I just love to brag, and it's not doing a bad thing. But why doTERRA? Okay, so I think my first why on why these essential oils, it was because of the openness of the company, in which how you should use the oils, and how they open everything. For me was very important, because back on those days, I didn't want to take anything inside my body that I didn't know where it comes from, who does it, what it has in the inside. And you know, there are not very honest companies out there, so we don't know what we are taking inside. I mean, you can see the names and the components, but pretty much of them, we know they change the names, or you know, it's something very bad. So that's why the first thing I said yes to doTERRA, because when I started to investigate essential oils, they answer all my questions. I write down to service@doterra.com with all my crazy questions about how can I, you know, just see if the plastic that you are using is really recycled? How can I see that there is not really a negative impact? How can I see or how can I feel where my money is going, and how can I see that you are billionaires and you are doing, you know, good stuff? So all the responses were there. Like, if it's not on the webpage, it was on the call with the offices, or it was a testimonial from another leader, another entrepreneur in doTERRA, or another user. Or so for me, it was like everything was very clear. And it's not the same when you talk to the pharmaceutical company to ask about one of the products that may kill you. You know, they don't answer your questions. They don't say anything. And here, for me, the approach of doTERRA wasn't not selling products. Of course, it is a business, but it's an holistic business in which I see that the goal of them wasn't selling me the product. The goal of them was, you have to drop the sleeping pills with this. This can help you reach your goal of sleeping well. So why doTERRA? Because it is a company that focuses on you, on your goal first, and then you can decide if you want to buy one of the more of the 300 products that they have and be part of this. So the openness for me was the thing that I say, I want to dig more in this company, because they are answering all my questions. They are giving me access to the trainings. They are giving me access to the chemical compounds they have. They are giving me access on how they distill the oils. What is the process? They are giving me access to the community where they source them. So, I mean, that is why I think we, in these times of craziness, of bad companies, of people selling more than serving, that's why I say yes to doTERRA, because they will always answer your questions, and they will always show how they do it, where they do it, and how you can use it. So even though they are plants and we can manage ourselves to use them as we like, they have this part of the best science company I've ever met, because they literally accomplish all the goals that the science need to be accomplished in the health area, on which the other products and the pharmaceutical industry are they show you the 5% maybe, or the 1%. So that is why, Mallika. So tell us about you. Why doTERRA?
Well, number one was the accountability, like you said. But even more than that, the purity of it. The purity of the product is what attracted me. And when I mean pure, it's like from womb to tomb, right? For so to speak, but from the process to the from the harvest, manufacturing, packaging, distribution, customer service, I found it to be quite pure in terms of, I had no problem getting refund if the product didn't work, or I would get enough points to buy it again. And if a bottle leaked or something, they would take responsibility and send me another one. Apart from that, the purity of the products enough that you can consume them orally and feel good. And excuse me, the last aspect of purity is the co-impact. That's probably what sealed the deal for me, is seeing like this is actually pure, because I've had adulterated copaiba, or what is supposed to be pure Brazilian copaiba, and I didn't dare drink it. We had a huge bottle, but I didn't want to drink it. And the smell was different. The taste was, that was definitely, now looking back, that was adulterated probably with some other carrier oil or something. It wasn't pure copaiba, just because of the greasiness and all that. So, and knowing, so I've had that experience, and then I've had the experience of copaiba from doTERRA, which I do drink almost every day. And then I had the experience, of jasmine that I was actually selling that smelled like perfume. And then the jasmine that reminded me of a memory long forgotten from my childhood of picking jasmine in the morning. And the point is that knowing, like I said earlier, sorry to repeat myself, but knowing the fact that these guys are absolute sleaze bags. The middlemen in the oil industry, talk about, they just don't care, especially about the farmer. Actually, any of the middlemen in the industrial agricultural industry, they're really what give it a bad rep. And now, we're dependent on industrial agriculture for most of the world. We're dependent on industrial production. But these guys in the middle are the one effing things over, just like the travel agents. The travel agents, they give 20% of what they make to the producer, and 80 goes into their pocket for a substandard product for a lie. So the point here is that what really endeared me to doTERRA, and at the time we met, I was trying to I was partnering with local producers to get organic local fruits and vegetables in my restaurant. I was walking the talk, and I saw a company that was walking the talk in the grand scheme of things, and seeing that they gave a source of income to the farmer, because the farmer is dependent on the buyer. They don't have time to go, most of the times they don't have time to go and market themselves. So they're dependent on the supply chain to buy their product. And that means that they're also exposed to exploitation, right? And they might not receive a fair price, or demand, like if suddenly there's no demand. So doTERRA, the thing I like about it is that they have a standard price, a fair price that is enough for them to continue to live with integrity off of their livelihood and harvest sustainably year after year, sustainably, right? That's a key word here. Not over harvest, not over forest and deplete everything in one year, but to have this regenerative agriculture that can give year after year, both in terms of product as well as livelihood for the family of the farmer and themselves and their community. That's what sealed the deal for me in terms of why doTERRA is a company. And they also have a constant supplier that will buy from them. If every year they know already, they can sleep soundly at night knowing that they have a contract, they have a secure contract. They're gonna have someone to buy their plants at a fair price, and they can continue to live with integrity, and they don't have to sell off their home and their livelihood and go to the city and work. That's very important for me, and that's why I chose doTERRA.
I love it, Mallika. Thank you. And I think it resonates with all our goals. Like, for example, we want to do the same thing, right? And when we reach a level where we can empower more growers and that stuff, and in Mexico and all that stuff, we for sure are going to do it, because at least doTERRA showed me that it is possible. Do it worldwide, right? So it aligns a lot with my mission. Thank you for saying about that.
They don't. The fact that Young Living owns the farms across that they have, that they supply their product from, they own it across the world. And doTERRA doesn't. They partner with the local farmer. So that again gives me an idea about the ethics of the company, because they're trying to make that place good. You know, they're trying to build it up so that it's a mutually beneficial commerce, rather than, you know, engineer crises, test on a bunch of people. I mean, what does pharma do? Do you know also that in the Bible, the word sorcery, it means pharmakeia?
Wow.
It's not sorcery, it's pharmakeia.
Wow.
That's the actual witchcraft. So, you know, less said the better over there, I think. But the fact that this is plants are being used to build up communities. It presents like an absolute dichotomy, absolute contrast with chemicals being used to destroy cultures, peoples, lands. You know, whatever big pharma is doing, manufacture viruses and then release them and lie about them, you know. So yeah, sorry. That's why I picked it.
No, good.
Right.
Thank you. I love it. I think it's a very good compliment. I mean, it makes everything together, like what we are saying, and it makes sense, like all this journey that we've been taking on promoting these essential oils, because now that I hear our own stories, and I just say it again, I just reaffirm that I am in a place where I feel very comfortable with what I am saying, and that is amazing, because it's coherence, and I mean, that's my biggest goal, to be the more coherent that I can. Okay, so I love all the things that you said.
So good that somebody stole them, remember? So remember when somebody came into my restaurant and stole?
Yeah, I remember. But you know, it's that's why back on the days, well, the story said that in the tombs of the Egyptians, right, and these gods, they found the gold, but they didn't find the essential oils. So yeah, they are super worthy. So let's hope they use them right. So okay, just to close this, and yeah, we're talking about this. A lot of the co-impact projects that you were talking about doTERRA, they empower local people, but not just local people, but originary people, like Indian tribes that live in these places for years. And well, we will discuss this topic in another life, but I think what doTERRA is doing with the original tribes around the world today, it's amazing. Guys, there are 13 million of users in doTERRA all over the world. It's going to be a trillion company very soon. So I think we are
a $1 trillion company.
Yes, it will be a $1 trillion company very soon. And I think this is amazing, because we can see how also the good can grow in this type of thing. And it doesn't mean that, okay, doTERRA will be a $1 trillion company and then it has to be like the other companies. No, I love to challenge people on doTERRA things, and because I always win, because
That's
I have the evidence.
What kind of billionaire are you gonna be? Well,
exactly. Well, this is a very good path. I love it. So, well, I just want to end up, Mallika, this, like, why now? Because I thought that, you know, when 2020 started, I thought, you know, 2022, 2023 will be like, we will just get over about this. And we know, but it was the beginning, actually, 2020. So now we are at the end of 2022, and I don't see the news, and I try to put all the external things blocked, but I have businesses. I have crypto, I have blockchain, I have my money in some investments. So I have to be aware of that. Right. And the world is not heading to something like easy, or I mean, the finances and all that stuff is not going to be easy. There are a lot of unemployment all over the world, and this type of thing helped me in the worst crisis of my life. I lost a lot of money in 2016 for being a bad investor, and a financial a Ponzi scheme took all my businesses and everything. And you know, I was very desperate back on those days with diseases, stress, not having a plan, not having a business. And this was the only thing that literally kept me floating, like in the healing, in my healing challenges, in my business challenges, in my educational challenges. So I think now the world is the same. I mean, it's different as in 2016, but there's the same things over and over and over and repeating itself. So this helped me change the destiny of my life, because as an investor, as an entrepreneur, I started to invest in this company, not just as a user, but also as a builder, as a leader, because everything resonates with me. So I think now is the time where a lot of people can take these decisions of, I'm going to try this new way of healing. I can try this new way of business. I can try this new lifestyle, whatever it is, because in times where I felt the most without hope, like in the bottom of the problem, this thing helped me like any other thing. This was my beginning of the change of my life, starting to be with this thing. So I will really suggest that you try an alternative thing and take care about your investments, take care about where you put your money, because that is everything. The small things are the big things. So if you are investing on your health, on pharmaceutical things and all this stuff, you're just making the bad investment.
What's the return on investment there, Yusuf? It's a constantly depreciating negative return on investment, right?
Totally. You get it to the point, and get the numbers. Now. There's a big opportunity now, as Mallika and I, we are working together in this for years, and we have our very honest and lovely goals. I will invite you to follow Mallika in his channel in YouTube. She has beautiful projects. She has very amazing information. And I think our mission is really to have more impact, but also to have more income. So I will let Mallika show you, share with us why do you think now it's important? And then I will share an opportunity for, all the people where doTERRA is open, but Mallika and I are focusing on leaders and entrepreneurs on the United States, because there is an opportunity of being a founder of doTERRA. It's the Founder 2.0 program. I will tell you about this, but Mallika, first tell us why do you think now it's important? Why now?
Right. Well, one is a whole bunch of the populace has been vaccinated, and there is a thing called sudden adult death syndrome. Do you know about this?
Yeah.
Sudden adult. So people are dying because of death.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
So and apparently there's no understanding as to why this is happening, right? So so that should tell you where we're at, and as a society, you know, we're being blatantly lied to by the pharmakeia, by the pharmacy, the big pharma. Scientists that have the integrity to tell the truth are being pushed out, and billionaires are now going to tell us how to live. I don't know, you know, but again, this whole thing about money is, what kind of a billionaire or trillionaire are you going to be? The same kind of person, the same kind of billionaire, or the same kind of millionaire you were, you know, the same kind of person that you were when you made 100,000. It depends what you were doing to get there. So the rewards seem to be easy in the beginning for the shortcut methods, like big pharma, working long hours. Yeah, you might get some fulfillment in the short run in terms of maybe a little bit bigger of a paycheck. But what happens when all the bills come due in the form of a critical illness or a terminal illness or an incurable disease, or a disease that you can live through, but you lose significant quality of life, you know, and that can put you down as well. So why now is because, one, there's a lot of medical misinformation out there, and people are looking to heal more than ever. Two, there's a bunch of people dying because of sudden adult death syndrome that have most probably been, you know what, and those people are looking for natural solutions to heal as well. Those people are praying and healing through prayer. Those people need a way out as well. And the third is that have most probably been just a blatant corruption. Like, do you know what happened with the Balenciaga thing, Yusuf?
Totally, yeah. I
Yeah.
I couldn't stop it on my Twitter, on my TikTok. It was everywhere.
Right. So this stuff that's coming out, the corruption that's being exposed, and this Balenciaga is a huge company. I mean, they first got popular with making women's shoes, I think in the 1960s or something, and they've been so-called iconic company in the fashion industry, And yeah, they're close to losing that iconic status because of their corrupt practices. And as these corrupt practices come out, I think it's very important to give alternate, healing, good, benevolent, benefic protocols, alternative companies that give good products to support, so that people don't just, like, okay, I'm going to believe in nothing. Those people become the easiest to manipulate. When you believe in nothing, when you have almost no faith, or like nothing is real, nihilism becomes your motto, then you become actually very, very easy to manipulate, and you'll be probably accepting the next suggestion that comes out. So I want people to be free-minded, critically thinking, like with their own free will, and obviously with their faith in God, to move forward. And I think that healing oneself, loving oneself is moving towards that direction. I want to promote products, people, whatever it is that actually does that, when in this world where the gods are being exposed as the devils, so to speak, so the people, they don't have anything to believe right now. And my whole purpose is to bring indigenous wisdom to the modern world, things that you can use, things that you can apply today to better yourself. And of course, doTERRA is one of them. For me, that's one of the ways in which ancient plants and healing protocols can be brought into the modern setting, for me, and for other people like me and their families. So yeah, that's why doTERRA now for me.
I love it. I love it. You convinced me. Where do I sign up? I really want to congratulate you and to cheer with you and to celebrate with you, Mallika, because you have a very special way of teaching, and I love it because every time I talk with you, I got these concepts, and this sharing was amazing. Thank you so much. And just to end up, guys, with this, I think this is our first time here in Facebook, in Facebook Live. We are starting to bring content in English because thanks also to Mallika that I always speak in English in her channel. Now I see that I also have a lot of tribe that speaks English, and that's why I'm very motivated on starting to do this contents on English too. So, well, just to end up with this, I hope that you like all the things that we share today, that if you are in one of these points and this could help you, it is amazing. And well, as you know, Mallika and I has a common dream. We want to protect lands. We want to also do like type of doTERRA thing without sourcing oils, or who knows. But I think our biggest dream together and with more tribe is to protect lands. So
Yeah.
as we know that this type of business really requires a lot of money, we wanted to do it on a different way, because we are entrepreneurs, we are savvy entrepreneurs, and we could have different ways of accomplishing this, but we have chosen maybe the strongest one, but it's also the happiest one. That is the way, the road of healing, the journey of sharing with us our way, so that we can
hopefully help you to accomplish it faster with less less complicated and with less money. So we are building this business. We love to sell essential oils, and we want to contact for sure with more people that want to integrate this type of holistic tools in their lives, so that you can have always our support every time. If you come into our community, into Mallika's community, you will always have a place where you can ask your questions, and all your questions will be answered. And if we don't know it, we will search it, but all the questions will be answered. And of course, it's a journey of healing in every aspect, not just talking about diseases, but every aspect. So I would love if this message resonates with you, I would like to invite you to be a part of this tribe. And in this specific class, I will talk about the business, because we are looking for leaders and entrepreneurs in the United States, men and women, that also maybe have the same goal of protecting lands with money, helping others. If you like holistic healing, if you are a healer, if you are a therapist, and you are maybe looking for something that gives you more money, but with more sense of fulfillment, this is a very good business. So we are looking for 20 leaders on the United States, so that they have the dream as us to taking this to the next level. Do the best you can with us, and we want to be founders of the United States, because a lot of people don't like the United States because of their things they do, the governments and all that stuff. But that is why I believe the solution will also come from the inside of the United States. That's why I believe doTERRA is doing the things in the United States, empowering all the leaders with this option of being a doTERRA partner. Like, I mean, when you're a founder, you win a percentage of all the sales that are made in your country. Imagine if McDonald's, Coca-Cola, and all these companies will give you the chance of winning a percentage of their utilities, just if you are willing to take the uncomfortable action of healing yourself and help others. I love this work. I love essential oils. And I really want to invite you guys to come with us to a talk. It's not for everyone. I mean, it's not enough if you are just willing to do it. We have to do a call, an interview with you to see what do you want, what are your goals, and we can see if this business could fit for you. And of course, if it does, we will invest our time, our money, and our assets to help you to accomplish your goals, whatever your goals are. Of course, we are aligned with good goals and with good stuff. So we are finding our tribe in the United States. I mean, in all over the world, but we want to focus on this because our dreams are big, and we wanted to do it in a different way. So please comment this video, or contact me or Mallika. I will also share her contacts and her email on the description of this email. Whatever the two of us you resonate with the message, please contact us, and we will want to give you a 10-minute call in which you will have a plan on how to execute this business in the best holistic way and with the best team you will ever have. So we are looking for founders on the United States, leaders, entrepreneurs that are willing to do this with us. And we want to do it as soon as possible, because as I was saying, the world is not getting to a relaxed position. So if we grow this mission, because it's a bigger mission than us, if we gather together to empower doTERRA, we will empower ourselves too. We will help other people, and we will balance at least 3 of the worst systems that we've ever lived: the education system, the health system, and the financial system. So that's my message for today. I hope that you join us, guys. Please comment to this or contact Mallika and I so that you can participate in our interviews to see if you are suitable for this business and that you can grow it together with us. So that's it for us. Thank you for being here. Mallika, you have something else to say at the end? Perfect. Thank you. So guys, this is our first live in English. You will see us very soon. And remember, we are technology weavers. So let's keep weaving. See you in the next episode of Technology. Thank you, Mali. Love you.
Love you. Namaste.
Okay. That don't go, don't go.